Welcome to today's Explainer, folks. We've got a really packed presentation for you. We're going to start off with a very somber national news update out of Karnataka. Then we'll completely shift gears and head over to the pitch to break down that absolutely thrilling IPL Qualifier 2 clash that had literally everyone on the edge of their seats last night. Let's dive right in.
Here's our agenda for today. First, our national news update. Then, high stakes, Qualifier 2, followed by the teenager's brilliant stand, a mountain to climb, the captain's masterful chase, and finally, ticket to the finals.
Section 1. National News Update. Tragedy strikes Karnataka's Vijayapura district.
We are starting off with a horrific, developing report out of Govindpur village, which falls under the Chatachuan police station limits. Authorities have reported that 6 individuals were tragically targeted and killed in an incident that has completely shocked the local community.
The 6 victims have been identified as Chandu, Dundappa, Shivaputra, Rahul, and Samarth Narali, as well as Shabir Nadaf. Now, police are actively investigating this as a fatal escalation of a long-running land dispute between the Narali and Golaji families. While initial reports point to suspects tied to the Golaji family, there are no official arrests to announce right now. We'll have to let law enforcement do their job and impartially examine all angles here.
Section 2. High stakes. Qualifier 2. Gujarat Titans versus Rajasthan Royals in New Chandigarh.
Okay, shifting gears to the pitch. GT captain Shubman Gill hit the nail on the head right at the toss, calling this a now or never situation. I mean, it doesn't get more clear-cut than that, right? You win, and you book your spot in the grand final against Royal Challengers Bangalore. You lose, and your entire season is instantly over. The pressure was just immense, and both squads knew they had to be flawless.
Section 3. The teenager's brilliant stand. Rajasthan Royals set a massive target.
So Rajasthan batted first, and this innings was an absolute roller coaster. Picture this. Literally in the very first over, Yashasvi Jaiswal falls to Mohammad Siraj. Not a great start. But then a 15-year-old prodigy steps up. From over 2 all the way to 17, Vaibhav Sooryavanshi didn't just anchor the innings, he went on a systematic counterattack. And to top the whole thing off, Donovan Ferreira unleashed total carnage in the final over, smashing 27 runs off the great Rashid Khan.
Section 4. A mountain to climb. A generational duel.
96 runs. Just let that number sink in for a second. This 15-year-old kid faced just 47 balls and hammered 96 runs. He was hitting the ball with the kind of sheer power and placement you'd expect from a 10-year veteran. He fell agonizingly short of a historic century when Rabada finally caught him, but man, the damage was already done.
So, staring down the barrel of a massive 215-run target, we have to ask the multi-million-dollar question. Could Gujarat actually chase this down? You know, historically, GT has really struggled with this. In fact, they hadn't successfully chased down a 210-plus total since 2025. So they weren't just fighting the scoreboard, they had a massive psychological barrier to overcome.
104. Well, the answer came roaring back from the GT captain himself. Shubman Gill responded with an absolutely breathtaking 104 runs. Cometh the hour, cometh the man, for sure.
Section 5. The captain's masterful chase. Shubman Gill dismantles the RR attack.
Now, looking at this breakdown, what's really wild is the sheer efficiency here. The Titans didn't just wildly swing their bats. Shubman Gill scored his 104 off just 53 deliveries, and Sai Sudharsan backed him up perfectly with 58 runs off 32 balls. They systematically dismantled the Royals' bowling attack, totally taking the pressure off each other by keeping those boundaries flowing constantly.
Tracking how this played out, these two built a flawless 100-plus run partnership, and Gill's century, he reached it in just 47 balls, making it officially the fastest in playoff history. Incredible! Then, in a bit of a quirky twist, Sudharsan actually suffered another hit wicket dismissal. Crazy, right? But there was absolutely no panic in the dugout. Rahul Tewatia marched out and effortlessly hit the winning 6 in the 19th over to seal the deal.
Section 6. Ticket to the finals. The ultimate showdown awaits.
Gujarat clinically finished the game, winning by 7 wickets with 8 balls to spare. They totally crushed those historical chase demons and booked their ticket to the championship. So, with the stage now set for an epic Sunday final between the Gujarat Titans and Royal Challengers Bengaluru, who do you think is going to take the crown? A team riding the high of their captain's masterful century, or a powerhouse RCB squad? Think about how these matchups will translate. Thanks so much for joining me for today's Explainer, and I can't wait to break down the final with you all very soon.